So today, we're going to talk about something called brain spotting. It's this really interesting therapeutic approach for those times when you just feel stuck, you know? And it all comes down to a really simple but powerful idea. Where you look actually affects how you feel. So, let's dive in. Okay, so has this ever happened to you? You know exactly what you need to do. Maybe it's a project for work, maybe it's finally starting that new workout plan. You have the whole thing mapped out, but for some reason, you just don't do it. It's super common, and man, is it frustrating. And yeah, this is the cycle, right? Instead of doing the thing, what do? We watch another episode, we scroll on our phones, we just kind of zone out. And then, bam, the other side kicks in. That voice in our head starts telling us we're lazy, or we have zero willpower, that we're a failure. It's this vicious loop that can feel totally impossible to get out of. And living like that, it's not just about not getting stuff done. It really starts to chip away at you, you know? You start to feel disconnected from who you really are. It's like the real you, the person you want to be, is right there, but you just can't seem to reach them.
So what's going on here? Why is it so hard to break these patterns? Well, the answer probably isn't what you think. It's not about a lack of willpower. It's actually something much deeper, because as we're about to see, your body holds the score.
And this is a really huge shift in perspective. Those things we beat ourselves up for, the procrastination, the zoning out, what if they aren't actually character flaws? What if they're old survival mechanisms? Think about it. These responses probably developed a long time ago to protect you during some really difficult, overwhelming times. They worked then, they kept you safe, but now they might be what's keeping you stuck. Right, so what happens is when we don't fully process those tough experiences, our nervous system can get stuck in this high alert mode. And that can show up in all sorts of ways. You might have racing thoughts you can't turn off, or emotions that feel totally overwhelming. Maybe you have physical tension, like in your neck or your back, and you don't even know why. And it just makes it so hard to be present in the moment. It's basically your body's alarm system still ringing long after the fire is out. And this right here is the key. This is why just thinking positive or trying to logic your way out of it so often doesn't work. Because the problem isn't stored in your thinking brain, it's stored in your body's memory. Okay, so if just trying harder isn't the answer, what is? Well, that brings us to a totally different path, one that's all about getting to that deeper level where the real issue is stored. And I love this idea. The whole philosophy is so powerful. It says that happiness isn't about adding more things to your life. It's not about learning a new hack or a new skill. It's actually about unwinding and letting go of all the stuff that's blocking the joy and presence that are already there deep inside you. It's a process of removal, not addition. So how does it actually do that? Well, this approach is designed to completely bypass the thinking part of your brain. You know, the part that likes to analyze everything and tell stories. Instead, it goes straight to the deeper parts of the brain where those unprocessed memories and feelings, the real source of that stuck feeling, are being held. And for a lot of people, this is a huge deal. It doesn't force you to retell and relive painful stories over and over again. We know that can be really difficult, even re-traumatizing for some. This is about letting your brain and body do the processing work without you having to drag yourself through the mud of the memory again. So let's put it all together. What is brain spotting? It's a type of therapy that helps you access your subconscious mind to tap into your brain and body's own natural ability to heal. It goes straight to the source to heal things at the root, so you're not just dealing with symptoms. All right, so we get the why and the how, but what's the payoff? What does this transformation actually feel like in your everyday life? Well, the changes can be pretty profound. We're talking about your nervous system actually feeling calmer on a daily basis. Imagine that. You can find real freedom from those old patterns we talked about at the beginning. You might feel a release of physical tension you didn't even know was there. But really, it's about connecting more deeply with yourself and being able to handle whatever life throws at you with just more ease. And this really sums up the whole goal. It's about moving from reacting to life, just being triggered and pulled around by things, to actually responding to life, making conscious choices from a place of calm. You stop being a puppet of your past and start being the director of your present. And when you get right down to it, this whole journey is about one thing. It's about finding safety, but not from something out there. It's about finding it inside of you. And that's why this isn't about fixing what's wrong with you. You're not broken.
It's about recognizing the patterns and limitations that are holding you back, and then gently helping your brain find new, better ways forward. It's about creating new pathways so you can truly thrive. Because here's the beautiful truth. When you feel that safety inside yourself, you don't need someone else telling you what to do. The whole point is to reconnect with what you already know to be true. It's about tuning back into your own inner wisdom. So I want to leave you with this question. Just think about it for a second. What would actually be possible for you if you could finally connect with your own inner wisdom? What could you create? Who could you become?